Welcome back into Friday Night Live as we continue our coverage from week 0. Now, Jack, we've seen action from our AA teams. Let's check in at the single A level now. Starting things out with a bang, a rematch from last year's playoffs between the Central Cass Squirrels and the Kindred Vikings.
Two big rivals here, too.
Right.
Central Cass eliminated the Vikings last year on their way to a Dakota Bowl appearance. Now, these two Region 1 powers starting off the season against one another.
Who's going to win? Let's find out.
The early goings of this one belonging to Kindred. The Vikings lining up on 3rd and goal at their own first drive. And as Jake Starcevich taking the sack and meeting a defender right on the goal line, smacking him. But the former Thompson Tommy lowered his shoulder, fights his way in. Kindred takes a 7-0 lead.
The Vikings going right back to work, too. A long drive, bringing them back to the goal line. This time, Starcevich with the play fake, finds an open man across the middle of the field. Cameron Schwartzwalder hauling this one in for another Kindred score. It's a 14-0 game. Into the second quarter we go now. The Squirrels facing 4th and a long pass down the sideline from Braden Mitchell, falling right into the hands of Brooks Bacco.
Nice shot
leaping, thanks, man. The pick from the freshman. Kindred finishes the first half with a 14-0 lead. That's going to set the tone for the rest of this one. Kindred with a 21-0 win to open the season.
Now with other Region 1 powers, we're going to take a little bit trip north on I-29. Mayport CG returning to the 11-man level after playing 9-man football for 8 years. Their opponents, Hillsborough Central Valley. Now HCV coming off a state semifinal run last season. Mayport CG back-to-back 8-2 years. But after a quiet start in the first quarter, Landon Olson tearing up Jerome Berg Field. One field that Devon's very
Be nice to Jerome Berg.
Big Burrows striding in for the opening score of the game. 7-0 HCV leads, and the Burrows get possession right back and back in the red zone. Sophomore QB Tyson LeShuck back for a rare pass tonight, fooling the defense, sprinting in untouched for the score. Touchdown. Missed the extra point, though. 13-0 lead, and Burrows are back on the ball after a Kyle Hafley pick. Handoff so sneaky it fooled me and the camera. Olson has it again. Look at the double stiff arm.
Nice.
Into the end zone. My goodness, Landon. Burrows up 19-0, and they keep the pedal to the floor. They win it 25-0.
Good job taking ownership for that one, Jack. Now checking in across the region for our Class A teams now. Cavalier winning their first game back at the 11-man level. Tornadoes with a 34-0 win over Park River.
How about that?
Now, there were a couple of incredible games to open the year, too. Botno with a 36-34 win over Carrington, and Oaks surviving a 33-30 thriller over Ellendale Edgeley Culm. So kind of the best of both worlds in that situation. There's some blowouts and some very close games for Class A. We're going to be right back here for Friday Night Live. We've got some 9-man scores coming up after this and our plays of the day.